Hi everybody, in this video I am going to explain about the types of limiting current. Types of limiting currents. There are three types of limiting currents, sir. There, one is diffusion currents. It is abbreviated as ID, diffusion current. This diffusion current is caused by a rate of mass transfer of substrate on the surface of the electrode is called diffusion current. And already we are given this ID, diffusion current is directly proportional to the root of height of the mercury head. We are plotting a graph between height of the mercury head to the diffusion current. We get the curve like this. ID, that is the diffusion current, is directly proportional to the square root of height of the mercury head. Next, second type of limiting current is adsorption current. Adsorption current. It is called abbreviated as IA. Adsorption current, IA. Adsorption current is caused by adsorption of oxidized or reduced form of substrate on the surface of the dropping mercury electrodes. There is IA, adsorption current is directly proportional to the height of the mercury head. From this, the graph is like plotted between adsorption current and height of the mercury head. This we get a graph like this. The next, third type of limiting current is kinetic current. It is abbreviated as IK. Kinetic current is caused by a chemical step proceed at the electrodes is called kinetic current. This kinetic current is independent on the height of the mercury head. It is kinetic current is independent on height of the mercury head. Means we are plotting a graph between kinetic current and height of the mercury head. What I know, this kinetic current is independent on the height of the mercury head means if you are changing the height of the mercury head, there is no change in the kinetic current. Means by changing the height of the mercury head, there is no change in the kinetic current. This means kinetic current is independent on height of the mercury head. Let us discuss about the applications of polarography. Applications of polarography. In last video we have discussed about the experimental setup and the working principle of polarography. Let us discuss about the applications of polarography. The first application of polarography is this polarography is used for the measure the electrode potential and for studying the electrode reactions. Means by using of polarography we can measure the electrode potentials. Electrode potentials and studying the electrode reactions. Electrode reaction. We are measuring the electrode potentials and for studying the electrode reactions. The second application of polarography is used for identify the ions, used for the identification of ions, in a mixture and measuring the concentration of ions, identification of ions and measuring the concentration of ions, and by using of this polarography we can find the concentrations in the range of 10 to the power of minus 3 to 10 power minus 4 moles per liter. Up to this range we can find the concentration of ions by using of polarography. Next, third application of polarography is used to determine the oxidation states of the ions in solution. We can determine the oxidation states of ions in solution. For example, in a mixture of solution, if we have this ferrous and ferric, Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 ions mixture we are taking, and each ion's oxidation states are identified or measured quantitatively. The next application of this polarography is used for the analysis of mixture. See, if half-wave potential value of ions in a mixture are less than 0.2 volts, with this the polarographic waves will be overlap. Whenever the half-wave potential value is 0.2 volts, the half-wave potential value of ions is 0.2 volts, these ions can be easily analyzed. Whenever the half-wave potential value is less than 0.2 volts, those ions will not be analyzed because their waves overlaps. The half-wave potential is 0.2 volts, we can easily analyze the ions in a mixture. Greatest advantage of this polarography is we can analyze a mixture of reducible substance in a single run. We are taking a polarographic curve. In this, the reducible ions copper, bismuth, Pb, the cadmium and zinc ions. The mixture of reducible ions can be easily analyzed by using of polarography when their half-wave potential values are separated by 0.2 volts. The next application of polarography is if in polarography working principle we are already discussed, if dissolved oxygen is present in the solution, the dissolved oxygen is removed by using of nitrogen gas. If that dissolved oxygen is not removed, By this, two polarizographic waves are formed, and these two polarizographic waves are identified and determine the dissolved oxygen in the solution by using of polarizography. We can determine the dissolved oxygen in solution. Next, and this polarizography is also used for the determination of mixture of organic compounds, also determination of mixture of organic compounds like aldehydes, ketones and nitroso compounds. Mixture of organic compounds can also be determined by using of polarizography. Next, application, determination of stability constant for this. Consider a reduction reaction for a metal ion. For determination of stability constant, we are considering a reduction reaction for a metal ion. This Mn plus by gaining of n electrons in the presence of mercury, giving MHG. For this reduction reaction, the electrode potential value is E of dropping electrodes. This is dropping mercury electrode. Dropping electrode potential value is calculated by using a formula of Nernst equation, that is half wave potential of, we are writing reduction reaction of metal ion, that's why I am writing half wave potential of metal minus 0.0592 by n log concentration of products. Concentration of product is what? MHG is a product and reactant is Mn plus. From this, half wave potential of dropping electrodes minus half wave potential of metal is equal to minus 0.0592 by n log concentration of product MHG by reactant Mn plus. So this is equation number 1. Now consider a reduction reaction for complex ion of same metal. Let us consider a reduction reaction of complex ion of same metal. This is MXP whole to the power of n minus Pb plus n electrons plus Hg gives to MHg plus P x to the power of minus B. For this complex ion, I am writing the potential of dropping electrode potential is equal to half wave potential of, here we are taking for the complex ion, I am indicating with C, complex, minus 0.0592 by n log concentration of product. Products are MHG. Product for this equation is MHG, and another product is x to the power of minus b whole to the power of p. We can write x minus b whole to the power of p by reactants. Reactant is mxp whole to the power of n minus pb. Now reactant multiplying with concentration of Mn plus by concentration of Mn plus on the right side of the above equation, multiplying with Mn plus on the right side of the above reaction. Dropping electrode is equal to half wave potential of complex minus 0.0592 by n log concentration of MHG. Here we are multiplying with Mn plus, here x minus b whole to the power of p divided by mxp whole to the power of n minus pb into concentration of Mn plus. For this above reaction, multiplying and dividing with Mn plus ion concentration, multiplying and dividing. From this, d is equal to half wave potential of complex minus 0.0592 by n log, I am writing here concentration of MHG by concentration of metal ion. These two terms I am writing at one side, and on top Mn plus x minus b whole to the power of p divided by mxp whole to the power of n minus pb. Now I am considering this one as one term and this is another term. Nothing but half wave potential of dE is equal to complex minus 0.0592 by n. Now I am writing this log A into B formula. Nothing but log A into B is equal to log A plus log B. I am writing MHG by concentration of Mn plus log, the remaining term is Mn plus x minus b whole to the power of p divided by mxp whole to the power of n minus pb. And the log a plus log b form. Here this half wave potential of C minus 0.0592 by n is multiplied with these two log MHG concentration by Mn plus concentration is minus 0.0592 is applicable for this one also, minus 0.0592 by n of log this term Mn plus and x minus b whole to the power of p by mxp whole to the power of n minus pb from this half wave of dropping electrodes, and from equation 1 minus 0.0592 by n log of concentration of mHg by mn plus is equal to over potential of dropping electrode minus this one. Substituting from equation 1, minus 0.0592 by n log mHg by n is equal to this term. I am substituting. I am writing here. Half of dropping electrode is equal to half wave potential of complex minus this total value is equal to plus this half of dE minus half wave potential of metal minus the remaining term will be minus 0.0592 by n log mn plus x minus b whole to the power of p divided by mxp whole to the power of n minus pb. Okay. With this, consider a complex, that is complex is mxp whole to the power of n minus pb is be dissociated to mn plus p into x minus b. For this, I am writing stability constant K is equal to concentration of products mn plus x minus b whole to the power of p divided by concentration of products. Stability constant is concentration of products by concentration of reactant. Reactant is mxp whole to the power of n minus pb. From this, I am substituting this stability constant value. This K is equal to what? Mn plus x to the power of minus b whole to the power of p by mxp whole to the power of n minus pb. This total substituting here. This half of dropping electrode potential value is equal to half wave potential of complex plus dropping electrode potential value minus half wave potential of this is metal minus minus 0.0592 by n log this total value is, I am substituting with K. With this, I am taking this minus 0.0592 by n this log term value to this side. With this plus 0.0592 by n log K is equal to, I am taking this right side with this E of complex plus E of dropping electrodes here minus E of metal, this minus E of dropping electrode. These two get cancelled with this 0.0592 by n log is equal to half wave potential of complex minus half wave potential of metal. From this equation, if we know the half wave potential of complex and half wave potential of metal, we can find the log K value. From this we can find the K, that is a stability constant value, we can calculate by knowing of half-wave potential of complex side metal. In this way we can find the stability constant.